Guys, welcome back to some more AFK Arena. Today we're over on the YouTube account and we are looking at the Grand Hunt and how to really maximize the damage within the Grand Hunt. Now this game mode does get incredibly expensive. Of course, having the top heroes does make a big difference. I'm going to show you the teams that I'm utilizing, but before we do this, guys, there are really two main focuses on the teams that I'm using. One, support. I have Warrior in here are the two. I do have Grez in here as a tank, but he is my only tank. Even looking here, guys, we have Brutus as a warrior, we have Honesta, we have Frampton, and we have Queen all in that warrior position. And then again, the only one that we have is Grez within there. So looking at the beacons that we're running, and looking here in the Grand Hunt, we are running warrior, tank, and we are running support. Big thing for that, of course, support or the tank, we only have Grez. So we are pretty limited in that role. Which makes me think we could probably do tank a little bit lower, buffing up warrior, buffing up support. Overall, I think that's going to be the way that I'm going to go, so we can actually reset some of these. I also have Fearsome Alliance, which if you look here, guys, Mauler's ultimate skill increased by 6%. This is really big because we're running a lot of Maulers, including Entendre, in our primary team. And then the second one is energy transfer. When they have crowd control, they actually transfer a couple of their stats here, so we're going to keep both those guys. But again, I'm going to reset this one. Oh, it won't let me reset just one, even though I'm going to buff it back up. So don't remind me the season. There we go. So we did the reset, and again, we're going to go for warrior a little bit higher. So I'm going to buff up warrior a little bit, and I'm hoping this is going to make a big difference, guys. I'm also going to take a look at the elder tree, because we want to level it up quite a bit. We want to make sure, again, that our warrior tree is kind of set. So warrior, tank, support. So we're going to have support, and we're going to have warrior essentially 7 trees higher, or 7 levels higher as we continue in here through. So Grez is also going to have some of that tank level, which is good. Now I know it's going to cost us a little bit of diamonds, reset the elder trees, things like that, but I'm hoping it's going to get us within that top 1,000. And again, this is one game mode, guys. If you don't have the elder tree maxed out, if you don't have this really built the way it needs to be, it can be detrimental to your progression in here, honestly. So looking here now, one thing that we are not using at all is the mage tree. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to spend 300 diamonds. We're going to reset that mage tree. Now remember, I am using the warrior tree, guys, so this one we're going to go ahead, we're going to max out 158. Look at the resources, guys, there's 158. Support tree, that is my next priority. And I don't even know if we're going to have enough in here to finish this out. We're getting pretty low, guys. And then, of course, Grez within that tanking tree. We made it. Very nice. So 158 and all of those trees, guys, that is high as I can go. And again, the mage tree, I'm not using anyone in that mage, which I'm hoping, again, we're putting all in on these attempts, guys. That way within here, we can see if we can make the most damage with this team that we have. Now, looking at our challenges, we have 2 more. I am going to buy a couple more. But looking right here, guys, it's pretty evident that the hatchet is really being used. Spurring Cloak kind of went back and forth with this one. Also went back with the one that we have on Queen. So actually, again, kind of went back and forth. This is the best that I had out of all the attempts that we ran, guys. Queen with the hatchet was the best attempt. Now, ideally within this formation, players are running Vathiel. I do not have him. I don't have him built at all. And they're also running Kanisa and Rook. Kanisa and Rook, unfortunately, I don't really have built up to the place that I need him to be as well. Then, of course, we're running the Owl. In the second one, we are running the Wing Lion. And again, this is an Entendre formation. I tried a couple variations. I don't have some of the heroes built out high enough. So I actually put Rosaline with Entendre to really amplify the damage that Entendre does. Now, of course, the higher that you build her out, the better she's going to perform. Looking in your hatchet, I do have the Spring Cloak on there. And then 2 of our revitalizing herbs on both the twins and on the awakened version of Solus. So this is the formation that I'm running. Again, we're going to run a couple auto battles in here. 81 is the max that I have gotten. I'm going to go in here. I'm going to run, that's an extra 100 diamonds. But let's see what we can do, guys, on this animation. And I'm also going to show you the best in slot formation. It really hasn't changed. I didn't know if with the Awakened version of Belinda that it was going to see a change within those formations. It looks like as of right now, we have not seen a change, even with that Awakened version of Belinda, even with a lot of players having that Awakened version of Belinda built up. And we might not even do any better in this one. It doesn't look like as of right now, guys, that we're actually doing any better. Again, respecking might have made a difference in the tree. But overall, I thought the Elder Tree would help quite a bit. I thought we would get a little bit of a bump out of the Elder Tree. We did last season. It looks like this one, we are not, guys. We are not seeing any improvement whatsoever out of building the tree up a little bit higher. And then, of course, building out there. That was a better attempt. That broke 82 billion. Top two, yep, highest session, 82,386. Again, that is our best session that we can do. Still keeps us in the 1,000, guys. What we're trying to do is within the rewards, we're trying to get a little bit better right down here, because if you look, I actually get 15 of our Stargazer scrolls out of here. But if you land in the top 1,000, you get 15 time emblems, which would make an absolute difference in here, guys. I don't know if I have to build out Entendre a little bit higher, is really what I'm thinking. 82 again, you can see the attempts, guys, even the RNG of the 72 right there. But looking at this team, 30, 48, probably 50 plus, probably 55. So 55 billion of the damage are kind of coming out of here, guys. And then, of course, in here, I don't feel like Entendre is doing the damage. I feel like this is a formation that I'm going to have to work on. Might have to try some retrials in here. Just to see, because this team I feel like should be doing a lot more damage with the heroes that we have, having Entendre already built. Because even looking there, guys, we're at what, 24 within this build, and then looking at some of the players within the leaderboard, boom, 41. I know they're built out a lot higher, guys, but even 13. Pets, of course, make a big difference. And it looks like the pets in here are swapped. Let me try that, guys. You know what? I'm going to try 5 more. Maybe that's going to be the game changer. Maybe it's going to be changing out these 2 pets. So we'll drop the owl in here. And I know the pets, again, ideally being a lot higher level. So let's go ahead. We'll do 5 more attempts. And honestly, this is how I go through here, guys. I know it is expensive. I know I'm burning, a couple hundred diamonds here and there. I am okay with, because of the ability to actually score a little bit better within these game modes. Again, I think this second formation we're gonna have to look at. We're gonna have to look at and see if I can change it up a little bit. Maybe just a little bit of a bigger Entendre would make a big difference if I put a little bit more in there. But again, I don't want to overinvest for this game mode, guys. That's really the big thing, because I think even looking here with the changes in the pets, what do we got? 81, 80, 78, 78. Even there, guys, 81. So it seemed like the old pets were still doing right around the same. 80, 81, 82. Seems like this is going to be tapped out for what I can do with my team comps here, guys. Again, we could drop out. I'm wondering putting Estrilda. I tried Estrilda in the first team, guys, in place of Queen. With the crowd control aspect, Queen absolutely has to be in here. Now, in this one, they usually run Vithiel within here again, or running Kanisa and Rook in here. Unfortunately, I don't have those options, but that would actually allow me to pull Palmer in this one. I'm hoping maybe we can get by with a copy of Estrilda in this one. And again, this is a lot to try to figure out, guys. Boom, 82, 398, so still the exact same. 75, so a little less with the Estrilda in there. But looking at our leaderboards, again, the best in slot teams right here, guys, running Kanisa and Rook with Brutus. We have Frampton in here, Vithiel, of course, for a lot of buffs. And then Mortis in here, the same for quite a bit of buffs. And then this one running the exact same comp, except this does allow Palmer to go to team 2. And Entendre, of course, doing a lot of damage within the formation. Now, looking at my friends, guys, there were actually a couple heroes in here, or a couple players in here that did incredibly well running Baden. I've seen Baden in here a couple times. Right here is Baden with Scarlet. But if you look at the overall damage, guys, you're talking 42 plus 6, 48, 49, probably 49, 50, 52, 53 billion damage. And that is running Ranger because of the Awakened version of Baden. And that is also running Mage right there, because this team, I would not run this one, guys. I would run a Mage team, actually dropping Entendre out of there, and put Scarlet in there. And that was the other thing, guys, that there's a couple players in here. Here's Sono Rez, again, running the same team except as Strilda that I was running. And this one, Entendre, doing a lot more damage than mine, guys. Not even having him built out as well, but I wonder if the plus 60 right down here on Palmer makes a big, big difference. I mean, that's doing almost 35 billion damage in there. So my team did better. I wonder if it is Palmer, guys. Might be having Palmer at that 60. Because the twins I don't have at 60 either. But again, Entendre by Entendre is built up higher than Sono Rez. But like I was saying, I've seen a couple players in here. Let me see if I can find them. That were actually running Mage, that was running with Scarlet. Right there, guys. 45, 55, 56. There's 56 billion damage, guys. That's right on par with where we are, again, running Mage in this spec. Does work pretty well. And then this team, Awakened Belinda. I'm not sure exactly what was going on with this team, but this seems like a very strong comp, guys. A lot of buffs in here. We've seen this before. So I'm thinking I'm going to try building out, I think I'm going to try building out Palmer a little bit higher. I'm pretty impressed with Sono Rez and the Palmer that he has in there. Again, here's Palmer. What does the 60 do? The first 2 enemies that deal damage to allied heroes will be punished by Divine Light. So again, I don't feel like that's going to amplify the damage that much. And then again, the twins, I need to build out the twins, guys. We have them built up a little bit, but they're only 26, so we don't even have the signature item. Then, of course, the engraving, we do not have them there. What do we got? 38? 38 to 40, which, of course, this one gives a little bit more healing, but there's an energy transfer if a hero dies. I don't really like that one. I feel like Palmer would probably be a lot better to build out. And then, of course, Entendre, guys, where I have Entendre already at the 60, but we could build her out. There's quite a few in here, including the crit damage amplification, the haste over here with the haste and the tenacity. Then, of course, the physical pierce, guys, allowing her just to do more damage. But again, that's a really, really big investment for this game mode. So, all right, guys, we're going to continue to try this. We're going to continue to try to get a little bit higher. I want to land in that 1,000. We did it before, guys. So if you know any different additional comps in there, let me know in the comments what you guys think. And as always, thank you guys for watching.